Today, we're gonna...
Are we supposed to say it?
Today,
Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! You're supposed to...
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It
You'll
was
say
just you. Bro, together. Today,
We're installing a brand new intake in the 997.
and a new tune.
We're gonna be getting rid of this old garbage intake.
And replacing it with a new, not garbage, carbon fiber intake from FabSpeed.
At this point of the video, you're probably asking yourself, do we know how to do this install?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
If you've been watching the videos for a long time, I hope you enjoyed that intro because we haven't done that in a very long time.
Look what we have. Tell them what's going on.
For reals, we have the remaining power package from FabSpeed. So in the last video, you guys saw us put in the header and exhaust. And we drove it. It sounds amazing. It feels like the car actually has a little bit of life out of it. I could feel the butt dyno improvements. The car actually feels considerably, maybe faster is not the right word, but like more peppy. Like you, Pep.
Peppin'.
It feels peppy. With the intake and the header and exhaust, we should gain 44 horsepower to the wheel and about 33 foot-pounds of torque. And if I did my research correctly, the 997.2 3.8 Mezger comes with 435 horsepower from factory. So if my math is correct, we should have nearly 480 horsepower in a 2010 GT3.
That sounds
which is
fun.
pretty close to the other one. So along with the header and exhaust we just installed, the remaining power package that FabSpeed originally sent us comes with this simple intake. That is not what I meant.
Wrong box.
The box over here.
They sent us the tuning software, tuning box.
Calvin has it plugged into the computer.
I'm updating it.
Before starting this video, we wrote the files of the car onto this box that this came in, which you'll see later in the video. We sent out our map, and they're gonna auto-correct it for us so it can gain appropriate power with the mods we're doing. So enough talking.
Let's get her in there, bud.
And more installing.
Just like that. That was it?
That was the easiest thing in the world.
That was it. For real? We need the sensor. I don't know what kind of sensor it is. We need to put a math. Sensor needs to go in here. We need to take it from the stock one. And apparently it has security bolts. I don't know how I'm gonna figure that out, but we'll figure that out. There's a little pin on the inside of this Torx head. You need a security bit. Luckily, our handled keys have security bits at the end of them.
Now Calvin is taking off the motor mount cap hardware because this intake comes with a cool carbon fiber shield. Kind of just separates the intake from the engine. I suppose the idea is to kind of create a little bit of a block of all the hot air, and it's super simple, looks really nice, and we're stoked to throw it in. Nice.
Nice.
That's nice, that's super cool. And I just noticed while looking on the inside of this engine bay, there's actually quite a bit of like dust and grime at the top of the crash bar. And I'm sure that whoever owned this car before us has never wiped it down or cleaned it. And while the intake's out, and now we're probably actually gonna see a lot more of that with the new intake in, we're gonna go ahead and use McGuire's Citrus Power Cleaner Plus, wipe it down, make it look a little bit nicer. That looks much better. Look what someone has tagged me in on Instagram. It says, standing here until TJ Hunter Calvin come say hi. This is the street where we film a lot of our video and flybys and stuff.
That's crazy.
If I can finish this in time, you and I are gonna go to Hunt & Co, grab a bunch of the Racers Club stuff and go try me in there and say what's up.
That's tight.
Okay, I'm trying to get this.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's very tight. Calvin's taking a shit.
Calvin!
He was like, I'm gonna pee. 10 minutes later, I'm like, kid's still on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just really tight. Baseball is in full effect. Summer's coming up, so that means outdoor concerts. It's the best time to download SeatGeek if you haven't already, because that's today's video sponsor. If you live under a rock and you don't know what SeatGeek is, they have over 28 million downloads, and they are the highest rated ticketing app out there. With SeatGeek, you can browse through all sorts of events and venues, sports, anything. If you need to buy a ticket for it, and you can do it online, odds are you can do it through SeatGeek. And my favorite thing about SeatGeek is when you actually find an event that you want to go to, choosing your tickets is the easiest thing ever and the best thing ever. Because you can sort by price, and they are also rated as a good deal or a bad deal. And once you actually find your seat, it will show you a preview of what it looks like in real life from that perspective, so you don't get there and have any surprises once you actually get to your seat. So the next sports game, concert, venue, event, anything you're gonna go to, be sure to download SeatGeek and use code TJHunt10 because it will give you 10% off your next set of tickets. All you gotta do is use my code at checkout, TJHunt10, and you boys can thank me later. Thank you SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. No, I can't figure it out. While intake systems are relatively straightforward, the engine bay in the Porsche is pretty tight. So Calvin had to disassemble the whole entire thing and make very small changes to get it to fit properly. And while Calvin was doing this, Anthony and I decided to ditch Calvin and go find the guy that was standing on the side of the street because we didn't want to pass up the opportunity of going to meet him. But first, let's go take a visit to Hunt & Co. to get him some stuff. I can't tell in the picture, but I think he's a large or an XL, so I'm just gonna grab both. Gotta get him a new lid. Plate.
Let's go.
I don't know if he's being serious or not.
He's got to be dedicated. Has to be.
Dude, he was sitting there with the sign.
That's commitment.
Dude, when he hears the Mustang coming around the corner,
He's gonna know.
He's gonna be like, no way.
I see him.
He's there! He's there! He's there! Oh, come around, brother! Stay there! Yeah, brother! No way! Dude, we saw it on Instagram and thought it was the funniest thing ever. What's your name?
Call me Shoe.
Shoe?
Yeah,
How long have you
Shoe.
been standing here for?
2 hours.
No way.
2 hours.
No.
I work overnight, but you know, I enjoy making videos.
Yeah,
so
man.
I'm giving it a try.
Hell
and
yeah.
I actually stole this idea from another content creator.
Yeah.
He did it with Face Rug.
Oh, sick.
So I was like, hey man, I was thinking of doing the same thing with a similar video like you did with Face Rug with a content creator that I watched.
That's sick, dude. Hey, are you an XL or large?
Large.
Large? I got all the Racers Club collection for you.
Nice.
All right, brother. New hat, a bunch of stickers. Woo. I got you.
Oh, I got you. Thank you. Guy loves it.
I got you a Hunt & Co. plate.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got you the new sweatshirt, the new t-shirt, and a bonus.
Appreciate it, man.
Hell
Thank you.
yeah,
Thanks,
man.
DJ. Dang. That's American muscle right there.
Yeah, man. We're filming another video. We have to head out. It's nice to meet you, man. Of course. That's it. You want to say anything to the vlog?
What's up, guys?
That's awesome, man. Hey, you have a good day, man. Have a blessed one.
Nice to meet you, bro.
See you, dude.
That's
so cool, dude.
I can't believe that was real. That's so funny. What? Was that kid actually standing there?
He was there and he said he's been there for 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Usually they do that for days.
Dude, he was like, I was prepared to stay here till like next week. I was gonna come back every day. That was pretty sick.
Good on him.
Okay, in the meantime, Calvin threw in the intake. It was kind of an arm wrestle. Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna apologize for not showing it. I should have. It was,
Well, we stole the camera,
so there's just like a bunch of like readjustment. It came assembled. Just know when you go to put it in, you have to deassemble it a little bit so you can get it to fit. But what I basically did was I pushed this coupler on more on this tube, and then I rotated these guys.
It looks really good, Cal.
The last thing I'm gonna do is put the bolt.
There's like a nut and bolt spot.
Yeah, but
way down there.
I waited for you guys because I wasn't gonna undo this and redo it. That's not gonna happen.
That's fair.
We're gonna start it up, let it get warm, and rev a little bit and see if we hear a difference. I don't know if we'll hear it from revving it. I think it might be a more in-cabin induction noise, but we'll find out.
Give me some little babies. Little.
After it was installed, I went ahead and got in the car and downloaded all of the data that FabSpeed needs to tune this car. I went ahead and sent it out on an email and then filled out a sheet that they asked us to fill out. So now we just wait. In 1 or 2 business days, it'll get here.
The turnaround time is really quick, so when they send us a new file, we'll load it and we'll go for a rip and we'll see how it is.
Until then, we have to wait for that.
I just forgot, we can film something before the tune because all this stuff showed up. I ordered a bunch more Porsche stuff. These are the OEM engine mounts because as you guys know, in a few videos ago, I bought engine mounts and they were aftermarket ones. And then I read like one last minute review that mentioned that it makes the car ride pretty harsh. So I bit the bullet and ordered these OEM engine mounts, 3,000 bucks. That sucks. But additionally, I got this. I'm really excited for this. Let me show you. All right, so in this GT3, one of the things that I absolutely love the most about it is that the spec on this car is super high, meaning that this thing is loaded with pretty much, I think, every single option, from the carbon and dash stitching AC vents to the red stitching on the dash. It has the GT3 branded, sorry you can't see it, GT3 branded Alcantara e-brake with the carbon. Normally it's all Alcantara. And one really cool thing that you really can't find too much information on is the shifter. Now this is the carbon and Alcantara shifter. Matches the rest of the interior. You cannot buy this in Porsche anymore. They stopped making it a long time ago. And I can't find many shifters out there or many 997s that have this. The standard option is this. This is just your basic Alcantara shift knob. Notice how it's a carbon on the side and the back side is Alcantara. One thing that really bothers me is the top of my shifter is pretty crusty. And of course, you can't just order the silver badge. The only way to get that is to order a brand new shift boot. So part of me was like, okay, I'm gonna disassemble this whole thing, steal this, and then put it on there. But honestly, and I feel bad saying this, I think that the carbon fiber stick shift feels bad. It doesn't feel good in the hands. It feels like plastic. And fiberglass and carbon fiber technically like is a form of plastic, I think. But I think it looks and feels kind of cheap. Although it is the more rare option, blah, blah, blah. Just, I don't know, it doesn't feel great. And I love the whole Alcantara knob and it's perfect. And I was able to pick this up, so let's install this. Got him. For those interested in a knob to knob comparison, see how that's all brand new? Ooh, crusty, gross. All right, now we're looking good, folks. And honestly, there's a part of me, oh my God, it feels so good. Now there's a part of me that thinks that it's gonna help, all the Alcantara is gonna help kind of mute the mechanical, like gated feeling portion of the car. I don't know, I think it now looks amazing. I really like the all Alcantara look and it's gonna feel even better. It's been 48 hours. The tune just got sent back to us from Fab Speed. So Calvin's gonna show you guys the tuner he is. Calvin's a tuner, he's a programmer. You need tunes, hit up Calvin, he'll tune it for you. Calvin, what did you do? What did you do? Jeez.
Yeah. I didn't do nothing.
Did you connect this yet? Did you lock it in?
Wait, chill out. What are you doing? I'm locked
Sorry.
in. Brief
Let's go.
overview is that I love Fast Speed because they send a great packet for you to follow. I couldn't do this without them. And for every other company, please give us instructions or at least have it available and easy to click on your website. Lord have mercy, okay?
Scan here for instructions.
Fantastic. So, it's so simple, a TJ could do it.
But I didn't though, so you can't say that.
He's about to upload it himself right
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna do it. They asked in the tune, they said, do you want any specific instructions? They said, do you want to have an anti-burble tune like Anthony's F80? And I said, God, no, please, no, don't do that. I actually just said, drive it like OEM. I didn't ask for a throttle response improvement or anything because you could make all those like claims or like requests. I said, have it drive just like factory, just more horsepower. So.
I took my burble tune off, mind you. Just
no, you didn't. I hear you every day you drive by my office.
I took it off.
That's a lie. He's trying to save himself for the video. He's trying to save himself for the video.
I took it off.
All right, I'm ready, Calv. Do you need a key?
Stick your key into the slot.
Okay, now what?
Accessory mode. And then on the device, select work.
Select.
Writing.
Should I hit select on writing?
Yes. And then
expert tune?
Expert tune.
Okay.
Press OK.
Operation in progress.
Just like that? Wow.
Dude.
Just like that?
Oh, wait. Partial right or total right?
You'd want a total right, brother.
Uh-oh, didn't say that on the total.
Total for sure.
Probably total.
I'm gonna do total. We're gonna guess.
We're doing total.
Warning. Please connect it to a battery. We're not gonna do that.
Okay.
Switch on the dashboard, check the connections. Okay, yep.
Yep, that's good.
Starting communication.
Loading.
Communication in
Beep boop bop.
progress.
Beep boop bop.
Operation in progress.
So is the tune going to give you horsepower, or is it just to make everything drive smoother?
So it's gonna do both. One, because we have a new intake and the map sensor's technically in a different location. This will help it drive a little bit smoother. I did do one kind of cruise around the block without the tune. And the biggest thing that I noticed, the car still drove really well, but the first thing I noticed was the throttle sensitivity was like really high, and in first gear it would like kind of buck a lot. And pulling out of the shop, it feels super smooth. Feels like OEM. We should get a 44 wheel horsepower increase with the header, intake, and tune, and about 35 foot-pounds of torque. So it should help quite a bit.
Pretty noticeable.
Dude, the top end is, that's where you notice it. Oh my God.
I was gonna say I noticed it more on the low.
I noticed it on the top. Wow. It feels like, okay, so when I drove the first one that was at our shop, the white one, the 997.2 GT3, I was like, dude, the thing rips. That's how this car feels now. When we first got it, it felt like kind of sluggish. Like the car was like literally like breathing through like a little coffee straw.
Yeah.
Now the car actually feels awake again. It feels like the car is like, it felt like it did then. It feels faster than my 991.2. That's the crazy, it's not. That's the craziest thing to me. Right there.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
That sounds sick.
Car is so epic.
That's good, dude.
Dude, the car is so direct. Wow. The up top response is crazy. Wow. It's so good, dude.
That's sick.
Dude, the tune really feels like it wakes the car up.
Yeah.
Like it feels.
No, it feels much snappier.
It feels so much better.
I can just tell how good it is.
Oh my God, it's just, it's so much better,
from
dude.
The passenger.
It's really responsive. It feels incredible.
Good.
Hell yeah. So good. We got the car hot. The car is warm. The next thing that I really want to focus on with this car, and I'm gonna ask the comment section down below, because as I say in every video, you guys know more than we do. Listen, that's a hot Mesger motor right there.
Feel it. I can feel the heat.
So one thing this car desperately needs, and I'm kind of switching off track from where I originally started with this whole series, and I didn't want to do. I didn't want to dump a lot of money into this, but let's be real, I'm going to. And one of the things that wildly stands out that we really need to address is the suspension on this car. So in 2010, and the factory suspension coilovers, they are kind of junk. Partly because they have 60,000 miles on them, so they're probably due to get replaced. But I want to put better suspension on this car, but the reason that's stopping me is because our car is optioned with the factory front lift. And these cars are low, and they're gonna scrape. So I really want to keep the lift. If anyone has any recommendations or experiences with coilover systems that use the factory lift system with the air lift. I'd like to know what you guys would recommend, or things that you guys have liked, or things that you've seen and didn't like. And in addition to that, I know a very common upgrade to do is to get rid of the air factory lift and switch to a hydraulic lift system. But I know there's a couple out there. So rather than using air, like the internal compressor for the bottom of the strut, you put in a complete new like hydraulic system and a box that you hardwire a button somewhere in the car. A lot of times some people put it in the armrest, or I've heard some people retrofitting it to the lift button, but we delete the air system and we put in an actual hydraulic fluid system that raises and lowers it. There's a few different options out there, but I can't find many reviews. And I don't want to do the same mistake I did with the engine mounts. I'd like to hear it from you guys what you think is best. So please leave feedback down below. Point me in the right direction. Let's see if Nate can throw a fatty for Vegas Matt. Vegas Matt on the throw.
It's a Vegas.
We lost all of our money. We lost all of our money.
Craps wasn't it.
Nate and I went all in on red. That's all we got left, boys. We just played.
My guy almost knocked us over.
Nate and I both ran out of money on craps. We had $15 to our name. We put it on black, we won. We took the $30, put it on black, we won. Now we're switching off of black. We're going to red for a $120 come up.
I feel it, Cav. I feel it in my bones. I'm just here for the boys, and I'm feeling it.
Red.
That red's gonna hit. Red's gonna hit.
I don't know. We just pulled a fatty switch up. I'm a little bit nervy.
Change is good. Change is good, though. You know. It's gonna be red number 1.
Watch this, millionaire mentality, baby. Here it is. Just gotta pull it. Nate, I want a big celly out of you, Nate. I want a big celly out of you, Nate. I want a big one. Oh!
He said he told you to stay on black.
Well, didn't channel the win tonight. Sabrina
Did not channel.
played blackjack. Didn't channel the win tonight, but it's okay. So we're there just for fun. And there's always next time. And at the end of the day, it's never a bad day when you're coming back to one of these beauties in the parking lot, baby. Did you like that one, babe?
I thought you were gonna.
I was gonna say you, but
Say when you get to go.
no. Well, when I get to go home with you, no matter what, it's always a win. And the 997.
Oh, you get to come home to the same car.
Well, you guys, I've owned this 997 for like, I don't know, has it been 3 weeks, 2 weeks? And when I first bought this car, I was like, I want to have the chance to experience it, but I don't know of which one I'm going to keep, because ultimately, I don't want to have 2 GT3s. At least that was my thought. And I don't know if I'm being persuaded more to love this one more or that one more. They're both the same car, but they're both like very, very different. This car is super rough. It's super aggressive. It's almost like tiring to drive, if you will. Whereas this car is much more soft, much more numb, has a super light clutch, super light steering wheel, shifts with 2 fingers, very easy. Can sound rowdy when you open the valves, but it's very plush. It's very smooth and soft. And then this car is just like an arm workout. Hilo, what are you doing out here? So they're both very, very different. Where this one to daily is definitely like doable, but it's tough. I would really like think of the 997 GT3 as like your weekend warrior car, of where you drive it for 1 to 2 days, you put 200 miles on it, you're like, all right, I'm good. I can go back to driving like a normal car. Where this car, you can drive it every single day and it's never like tiring. But that's what I love about this car, is that it is super aggressive. When you drive it, you feel like you had a little bit of a workout. I don't know how to explain it, but I can't wait to keep on going on this. We still have to finish out all the suspension stuff. I still want to figure out all my audio stuff. And then we need to do wheels. I'm going to change the exhaust setup. More on that in a video to come, but there's a couple tweaks I want to do with this. I don't quite have the sound I want out of this yet. And when I show you the new setup we're doing, like I am chasing the ultimate perfection because my obsession with this car has been something I've wanted for like 2 or 3 years. So I'm like gonna go through every single part that I've wanted in a research until I find the right one for me. But how cool is it? Look, I have the matching sticker. Look, I have that sticker. I do that sticker on all of my cars. And I have it there. And when you go like this, they're both, oh my God. I don't know. What I'm saying is I was going to get rid of this in like I was going to get rid of one of these cars after like 3 months of ownership. I'm about maybe 3 weeks through it right now. And at this exact moment, I'm like, I can't get rid of either of them. They're both so different. They're not the same at all. They're very different. And I love them both very, very much. And I still can't decide which one I like more exteriorly. This one's so modern and aggressive and sleek. And this one's so timeless and so beautiful and elegant. But this one sounds 40 times better than that one does. But this one has all the modern creature comforts that I don't know if I can add to this one yet. Hello? Hilo's out here running around with me. Hilo, did you lock him out? Tiggs, there you go. Go home. Go home. He got locked outside.
Hey, there they are. TJ misplaced these weeks ago. All you girls will understand.
Oh, that's where they are. I didn't. Anyways, throughout this whole channel, if you go back to my original videos, I talked mad shit on Porsches. Porsches, I was like, lame, old man car, don't like them. And now look at my wall. This says it right here. Yep. It's like children. You can't understand it until you have one. And that's what I want to encourage all of you guys. If there's anything that you get out of these videos, it's that at one day in time, everyone out there, at least once in their life, when they have the opportunity to own a Porsche, to own a 911, or a GT4, and just see what it's all about, because they do everything so damn well that it makes some of the best cars ever. And trust me saying that, that's a lot. I used to hate these cars. I thought they were so lame. And I honestly feel kind of bad about uploading so many Porsche videos back to back. But at this stage in my life, that's what I'm obsessed with, is these cars. And there's so many different versions, which is so cool. If you want a 911 that is sporty, revs a 9K, is NA, manual, you get the GT3. Oh, and rear-wheel drive, get the GT3. But if you're like, I don't really want that. I want all of those things, but I want all-wheel drive. Well, guess what? There's a 4S option that you can get. Oh, I don't want NA. I like turbo. Cool. Get the Turbo S, all-wheel drive, and it's turbo. Oh, but I want a turbo that's manual. Well, cool. You can do it in this generation. In this generation, they came with a turbo all-wheel drive version that was manual, that was a normal turbo. In this generation, you can't get it. You have to get a GT2. Actually, GT2 RS. No, I lie. You actually can't get a manual. Can you get a manual turbo 991? I don't think so. No, you can't. That's why wow, so many different variations. That's why this generation is so expensive in the turbos, because it's the last turbo manual. Anyways, I digress. They're so cool. They fit every type of category. Other than 911s, there's like 15 or 20 subcategories of the 911 to suit every type of driving experience possible. Anyway, that's my rant. I love you guys. Tune's epic. 997's epic. Can't wait for more. So many more parts on the way. I love you guys. See you in the next video. Peace out. And keep moving forward. Oh, if you got something for the Racers Club collection, it ends today. The pre-orders end today. You guys sold out the Racers Club. We opened it back up. We had pre-orders. If you ordered it, I love you. Also, there's been like so many t-shirts ordered of Sabrina's Go Gray in May, which the proceeds get donated to the Brain Cancer Research Fund. If you're one of those people, I love you. Thank you for supporting us. You're the best. Peace out and keep moving forward.